So the question now is, how can I use this AJAX file in my projects? Suppose that you have a website that you want to use this AJAX with in order to get data and display data in your website or in your web application. How can you do that? Well, in order to do that, you need to include, first of all, you need to include this ajax.js along with the file that you want to use this AJAX with. So for example, if you want to use it with your index.html, you need to include it like this. You need to add this ajax.js along with in the same folder of the index.html in your web application. So this is the first step. The second step is that you need to know the div or the element that you want to inject data into. So if you want to inject your data, suppose that in your website, suppose that you have, say, you have a not a body, let's say paragraph, or maybe a div, another div. But in your website, the div doesn't have an ID of posts. You can give it an ID of posts, or you can keep that ID. Maybe your ID is in your website. Maybe your ID is my ID. Let's just name it my ID. So if your ID is my ID, then in the AJAX, all you need to do is that you need to change here in the insert posts into HTML from posts to my ID. And that's it. You are good to go. That is it. This is going to work if you just change the ID that you want to inject data into from the ID that I have used here, which is posts, to your ID. So if your ID is my ID, you need here to change it to my ID. If your ID is say div ID, then in the ajax.js it should be div ID. It's very, very simple and straightforward.